Well, hello there, and good evening, everyone. I'm sorry I missed the last couple of days, but I finally made it back. I've been down some with the weather, but I think I'm finally got back up a little bit. Due to this cold weather, we've had some record-breaking cold temperatures here in Jackson, Tennessee, and parts of West Tennessee as well. So I guess I better get on into it. First of all, we had the coldest January 1st on record, period, since 1949. That's how far back January's records go back for Jackson, Tennessee. Mine goes back to 1994, and the Jackson Airport's goes back to actually August of 1948, but January of 1949 is when they began. I'd give you a little history trip there. History story, I suppose. Let me go ahead and just start with yesterday's climate data, then I'll go into today's climate data, then I'll share with you more of the forecast coming. It's going to be fair, I'll give you a hint, fair to around, I believe, 2 p.m. tomorrow. Then it's going to become mostly cloudy till around sunrise Wednesday morning, I believe, and then it's going to become fair again most of Wednesday and on into Thursday. We got one more day of below freezing for highs and so on. No precipitation though expected until about Sunday is the way it's looking right now. Let me go ahead and go on into the records with you. I believe they started with yesterday. We started off yesterday with a low here in North Jackson of 7 degrees, and the high was 23 degrees, and but there's no records there. Okay, I was thinking we had one. Okay, anyways, no precipitation yesterday. And the wind chill factor dropped down to 5 below zero. Sunday the 31st, yeah, 5 below zero at midnight last night, 11:59 p.m. Okay, the highest wind gust was 26 miles per hour out of the north at 2:39 p.m. Okay, that's yesterday's climate data. Today's climate data, we have 2 records to brag about, if you can call it bragging. I'd rather brag on the warm side, though. It's going to be the cold side this time. Okay, today's low temperature, let me give you the 5 p.m. conditions first. As 5 p.m., the skies was clear. The temperature was 12 degrees. The wind chill was 5 degrees. The dew point was 0 degrees. The humidity was 47%. The wind was out of the north at 10 miles per hour, and the barometric pressure was way up there at 30.74 inches of mercury. Today's low temperature here in North Jackson on Walker Road was 2 degrees above zero. That is a new record coldest low for January 1st. Old record was 6 back in 1977. Today's high was 21 degrees here on Walker Road. That is also a new record coldest high. The old record was 23 degrees, and that happened in 2001. Been cold, I tell you. Got one more day before it might start warming up a little bit. We actually got a cold front that's going to be moving through Wednesday that's going to drop it back down for a day or two and then finally start recovering. Alright. Let's see. No precipitation, of course, thank heavens, since midnight. Like I said, the coldest day ever in Jackson on records happened today. Again, with a low of 2 and a high of 21. Okay, the lowest humidity was 43% at 3 and 4 p.m. The highest would be 76%, and that occurred at 5, 7, and 8 a.m. this morning. The lowest barometric pressure would be 30.65 inches, and that occurred at 11:59 p.m. 11:59. Oh, at midnight. I'm sorry. At 11:59 p.m. should be 12 a.m. Sorry about that. I made a little error on writing that down. I can't believe I did that. Yeah, I do. I do believe that sometimes. They make that 12 a.m. Because 12:59 would be yesterday's date. That's right through me. Alright, and again, it was 30.65 at midnight last night, or 12 a.m. or 12:01 a.m. Be more like it. Highest barometric pressure would be 30.81. That's pretty high there. That's near record highest barometric pressure. And that occurred at 10 and 11 a.m. this morning. The highest wind gust today was 27 miles per hour out of the north at 2:04 a.m. By the way, today's coldest wind chill would be -9 below zero. This morning was the wind chill at 5 and 7 a.m. this morning. Alright, now here's the records in their completeness. Hottest high in 1952, I wish it was that warm today, 78 degrees, nearly 80 degrees today, January 1st in 1952. Now, ironically, yesterday in 1951, we had a high of 80. Well, this year we had a high of only 23 degrees. And today, January 1st, 78 degrees back in 1952. This year, 21 degrees. What a difference there, my friends. And of course, the coldest time would now be 21 degrees in 2017. The warmest low would be 64 in 1966, while the coldest low would be now 2 degrees in 2017. The rainfall record would be 1.06 in 1979, and the snowfall record would be a trace in 1979, 1987, 1990, and 2010. Alright, that's the basic climate summary that I normally share with you. Let me move on to a few graphs. Excuse me. I'm still a little stopped up. Hold on, please. Excuse me if I sniffle just a little. Let me show you the satellite picture. It should be up to date, but I'll go ahead and hit the renew button anyways. I think that was the renew button. A refresh button, be more like it. Alright, let me angle the camera so that you can see it too. Pretty good, at least. And of course, obviously, nothing out there. We are precipitation free, even though early this morning down around Memphis there were reports of a few snow flurries down there around Memphis, but I never did see any here, and I haven't seen or heard of any reports of snow flurries around here. The skies have been pretty clear here for the most part in general, and so is the rest of the Mid-South, that looks like, and Tennessee for that matter. Alright, let me go to the regional view. Radar thanks to AccuWeather, of course. Oh, and I'll get to that in just a moment. I was going to tell you about the wind chill advisory. I'll get to that when I get to the forecast. Well, oh, I know what I got to do. I missed it for 2 days. Forgot to do this part. There we go. Now I can see it a little bit better. I got my backup window come up so I can see what you're seeing. Well, it makes it look like it's sleeting down around Jacksonville, Florida. There's some pink in there. Well, and some rain a little bit further off the coast down there in Central Florida. I don't know if it is or not. Maybe look at the satellite picture in a minute and tell a little bit more. It looked like there's a chance of it sleeting down there in southern Texas too, down around the Corpus Christi area in San Antonio, well, along the border, and raining just off the coast. My goodness, it's making it on down there a little ways, isn't it? If that's what that is, that's what pink usually means. Well, I'll be doggone. Isn't that something? Well, not around here though. Might be a little bit of snow falling along the mountains of Virginia, maybe. Very few small spots up there in Kentucky, but not here. Maybe just a little bit up there in Kansas, near Kansas City. But that looks like that's going to be real light, if at all. It may be false echoes. Wouldn't surprise me too much. Okay, let's look at the nation as a whole. But there's not a whole lot going on. The temperatures are the biggest stories. And few spotty areas of rain on the radar, but nothing huge. Except up around the Great Lakes, of course. Lake effect snow up there, as usual. Now there was reports on the National Weather Service's Twitter page of some lake effect snow up around somewhere here in West Tennessee, and I forgot what it was. Just the way the winds went over the lake caused some lake effect snows here in West Tennessee, and I forgot the location. I apologize for that. It made me think of it though. Alright, let's move on to the satellite picture. Here in Tennessee, the skies are for the most part still clear. It looks cloudy to our north, but I believe the air is so cold that it's showing up like as if it got precipitation. See what I mean? Up north in Kentucky. Once it's in motion, you can start seeing the county lines like it does in Tennessee. So I'm going to assume it's clear up there. You can see all the lakes and rivers and what have you. So it's got to be clear up there. It's just so doggone cold that it shows up like that on the satellite picture, especially on the enhanced mode. So it's pretty much clear for the most part. Now let me go on to the regional. And yeah, it's a pretty good area of clear skies. Yeah, might be a few clouds trying to move in tomorrow afternoon. That's over there in Oklahoma and Kansas now. They're scattered over there though, so it may not be mostly cloudy. It might be more like very cloudy. Well, that'd be for tomorrow afternoon though. But in the meantime, that right up there in Indiana and Illinois, you see, that's snow from some recent snow they've had. And up there, just you know, not moving when all the clouds are. And the closest real thick clouds to us is way down there in Louisiana, along the Gulf of Mexico. And you can see Florida's is mixed with some clouds and some clear skies, a little bit of a mixture there. And just cold air makes it look like cloudy skies almost. Kind of a unique look in a way. Unique look, but sure doesn't feel too good though. Alright. Let's look at the national view, then that'll be it, I guess. Alright, take your pick as your favorite part of the country. And show where it's clear and where it isn't. And it's a pretty good area of clear skies over the eastern part of the country. It's amazing how much of that is actually snow. Let me get my pen so I can sort of show it to you if I can hold this box right. I hope I can do it without messing up. This right here, this is snow from previous storms. Instead of clouds, it's snow. I'll say all this is moving eastward, so this is holding steady. So that's got to be snow up there. And they've had some pretty good snows just up north of us in the recent days. And satellite is showing proof of that too. It's amazing. We got lucky and missed it. I guess I call that luck. You might say, doggone it, send some of it down here. I like watching it fall, but man, it starts getting messing up the roads and I can't go anywhere, and most everybody scared to get out because of how dangerous it can be. That to me is going a little too far, but everybody's got their own wishes for that though. Now that the holidays are basically over, most people probably going to be kind of wishing they'd wait till next year now under the snow. But I'm not going to get in on all that. I better leave that alone. All right, let's look at the Weather Underground's surface map of where the fronts and high pressures and low pressures and all that stuff is. And as you can see, there's not a whole lot of them around us. That long stationary front is still on the map, stretching from way out here as a cold front down to Mexico. Excuse me. Then changes to a stationary front, goes all the way up to nearly Alaska. It's a long stretch there, my friends. And there's not a whole lot of precipitation on the map either, except for down there in the Gulf of Mexico and off the Florida East Coast, a little bit up there in Great Lakes, and that's really about it. Well, mighty dry for such cold weather, isn't it? And as you can see, there's the precipitation that we're looking at a while ago. Doesn't look like snow on this map though, unless I can't see too good. Looks green to me. Blue up in the Great Lakes, of course. Now maybe a little off on my color. I think that's green. It might be blue. It'd be something for snowing down in Florida and then I reported it as rain. Wouldn't that be something? It's cold enough down there, I suppose. Nah, I doubt that. Not down there. Well, okay, I guess I'd better leave it at that. One more view of Tennessee. Closer up view. Let me see what this one does. No, that's rain. Yeah, I thought so. That's a real close up view there. Yeah, that's rain down around Orlando and Palm Beach, Daytona Beach area. But it's almost, that's right along the coastline though. Yeah, I didn't think that'd be snow, not that far south. Let me move it over here to Texas. Rain over there too, okay. According to Weather Underground, I'll put it that way. I have to go way on up here north to the Great Lakes to get some scattered snow, as you can see right here. There's a stationary front up in that area. Alright. I moved that over too far. Way too far. Let me get that back over. I didn't grab it right. The mouse part, that is. Let me see if that front goes all the way. I'm going to have to branch out a little bit, though. Get a better view. See that? Yeah, it sure does. That stationary front goes all the way up to Alaska. Oh my. And curves around the Gulf of Alaska as a warm front. My goodness. Remember, it started way out there, the Atlantic, came in along Mexico, and then turned north and went up through Texas, I think it was, and it becomes a warm front up around Alaska. As you can see right here, see how that comes up all the way to Alaska, and then finally ends as part of an occluded front with a part of a low pressure system off of that part of Alaska, and I forget the name of the islands that come off up there, way up there in Alaska. And it's of course raining and snowing mixed up there along the southern tier of Alaska there, and oh my goodness. And there's another front to the north of there that stretches on down. Let's see how far it goes if I don't mess the map up too much. It goes down as a warm front down to almost North Dakota, but then it reconnects as a stationary front there in Minnesota that stretches on all the way to New York. Well, that's a long front too. My goodness, there you see the view of the U.S., Canada, Atlantic Ocean, and Alaska. Alrighty. Well, nothing's going on here in Tennessee. Not really, nothing serious. Tennessee is good and clear. Alrighty. Alright, I guess we better move on to the detailed forecast. I'm going to turn around so I can read it to you. I think it's easier that way. For me it is. And I hope it's okay with you. Of course, it's going to be, like I said, mostly fair, mostly clear, till around 2 p.m. tomorrow. Then it's going to become mostly cloudy till around sunrise Wednesday, and then become fair again. We're going to have a low tomorrow morning of near 4 degrees. Remember, this morning it was 2, so it could be, I'd say somewhere between 2 and 4 degrees for a low in the morning. Another cold one, in other words. The record coldest low for tomorrow morning is 3 degrees in 2001. Tomorrow's high should get up to about 26. That's actually 5 degrees warmer than today. Can you believe that? Still below freezing though, I'm afraid, with north winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. And also remember, there is a wind chill advisory valid from now all the way through noon tomorrow for wind chills down near 0 to 10 below 0 through noon tomorrow. And yes, we did have a very close call today with the wind chill of 9 below at 5 and 7 a.m. this morning. We still have a chance of it occurring again between now and noon tomorrow. Alright, let me see. The moon rose this evening or afternoon at 4:49 p.m. Oh, by the way, the full moon is complete tonight and officially 8:24 p.m. And it sets tomorrow morning at 6:21 a.m. The sun will be rising tomorrow morning at 7:05 a.m. and set tomorrow evening at 4:54 p.m. The moon will be rising tomorrow evening at 5:55 p.m. and be setting at 7:25 a.m. Wednesday morning. Alright, speaking of Wednesday, it's going to be mostly cloudy till sunrise, like I mentioned, then becoming fair, with low near 16 It'll be one more super cold morning. High of 35 Wednesday. We're going to get above freezing by 3 degrees. Wednesday, 35 degrees. With west winds of 10 to 20 miles per hour. On Thursday, mostly clear with low near 12 and a high of 27 with north winds of 5 to 10. And Friday, mostly clear, low near 13, high of 33 with north winds at 5 to 15. Saturday, mostly clear, low near 12, high of 36 with east winds of 5 to 15. And hallelujah, by Sunday we're going to get in the 40s. My goodness, I never thought 40s was going to look so good and probably feel so good. But we're going to have to deal with some clouds and rain too, though, I'm afraid. Mostly cloudy by Sunday with a 70% chance of light rain by noon. So it's not going to be heavy, it's going to be light rain by noon throughout Sunday afternoon and evening. And I hope it waits till noon because the low that morning is going to be about 24 degrees. But it's going to warm up to 43 degrees just in time to keep us from having an ice storm probably. Thank goodness, at least I hope so. With south winds finally out of the south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And the chance of rain continues on into next Monday, January the 8th. Mostly cloudy skies with a 60% chance of some showers till sunset. And then just mostly cloudy for next Monday night. With a low near 38 and a high of 47. Oh my God, it's getting close to 50. Whew. I'm going to have to wait a week for it though. With those southwest winds of 5 to 15 miles per hour. And then it cools back off again toward the middle of next week, with highs in the upper 30s and lows in the back in the 20s. Fair skies by next Tuesday and Wednesday, January the 9th and 10th, with lows of 29 on January the 9th and 21 Wednesday, January the 10th, with highs about 38 both days. And that's for complete forecast all the way for the next 9 days. So do your best to put up with tomorrow's really not last super cold day, but should be the coldest day period of the past 2 days, roughly. Again with a low of 4 and a high of 26, and wind chill advisory valid until noon tomorrow. And we're going to have to wait until Sunday to really warm up to in the 40s with highs of 43 on that day. Otherwise, continued cold weather. Oh, and I did forget to mention, there's nothing really weather related, but I did lose an uncle yesterday morning. He died, Walter Brantley. He lives in Medina, and he's going to have visitation at funeral home up in Medina, and I can't think of the name of it. Up in Medina. I don't know if it's the only one up there or not. But he's going to be at a funeral home visitation tomorrow evening from 5 to 7. And the funeral is going to be around 2 o'clock Wednesday afternoon at the Hollywood Cemetery. And so I thought I'd mention that. I think he was 73 years old. I know, but just want to pass that along. And all. And God bless him, and God bless the Brantley family. And I may actually meet some cousins that I haven't seen in a long time there at the funeral home. Well, alrighty. Enough of that, I guess. No. I just wanted to honor my uncle, Walter Brantley, who passed away. I've only got one uncle on my dad's side that's still around, I believe, Rain Brantley. He lives in Jackson, or South Jackson as well, out in the country a little bit, toward Henderson a little bit and all, but thank goodness he still seems to be in pretty good health, at least at the current moment that I know of. Well, okay, I didn't mean to make that so long, but thought I'd bring it up, and I'm glad to you put up with me again for a long weather report and obituary. I don't very often put obituaries in here, but hey, he's worth the mentioning, though, I tell you. Alrighty, well, good night, everybody. Sweet dreams. I don't know when I'll be back. I don't know about tomorrow night, being visitation at the funeral home, and the funeral actually on Wednesday. It might be Thursday night before I get back, but if that be the case, I'll still at least have a printout version on Facebook with a group page and on Twitter, so you at least read it there if I don't get a chance to talk to you about it. Well, hopefully I'll get back to you by Thursday night via YouTube. Alright, otherwise, good night and God bless you. Happy New Year. I need to clear my voice. Happy New Year, and like I said, God bless you, and talk to you again soon. And thank you for watching and listening.